Hi, my name is Spencer, and today I'll be reacting to Star Trek The Next Generation Season 6, Episode 20. If you're confused as to why this is happening, then clearly you're not watching Star Trek Discovery, but even so, you may be wondering why I'm even recording this reaction when I've stated in some of my previous videos that I have seen the entirety of Star Trek The Next Generation at some point in my past. The thing is that it has been over 8 years since I've seen Star Trek The Next Generation, at least. I don't have any specific dates. But because so much time has passed, there are a lot of episodes I do not remember, a lot of things that I don't remember, this being one of them. Even looking at some of the thumbnails on Paramount Plus, there are a lot of these I'm like, okay, what is going on in this episode? I don't even remember this. And I'm reminded that when I was watching Season 3 of Star Trek Picard, when Captain Shaw mentioned Wolf 359, I did not recognize that title. And then when Ro Laren showed up, I also didn't remember how deep of a connection that she had with Picard. So there are a lot of things about Next Generation that I don't remember. And when I was doing my DS9 rewatch in my own time, there were definitely episodes that I was like, I don't remember this at all. Even the fact that Dr. Bashir was replaced with a changeling at one point, that was a total shock to me in my rewatch. I was like, wait, what? I don't remember this at all. So I expect that that's how this episode is going to be. I don't know if there will be anything, significant in the sense of in the story of The Next Generation, but I know it's connected to this season of Star Trek Discovery that I'm getting into. So the plan is to watch this and refamiliarize myself with the progenitors and that whole storyline. But before I get into this episode, don't forget to like this video if you like it, and if you have anything to say about this episode, or I guess Star Trek Discovery, or I guess the rest of TNG, please put it in the comments. Also, if you're not currently subscribed but you like this kind of content, I'd appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. I don't know if I'll do any other classic Star Trek reactions. I guess it kind of depends on how well this video does, but on the off chance that it does do well, I may consider doing more, and your support, whether that's likes, comments, subscriptions, will factor into that. So I appreciate it. I don't believe I have anything else to say before just diving into this episode, so I will go ahead and get into it.
May I see you in the observation lounge, sir?
Okay, what is that?
Professor Galen.
Computer, lights up.
I suppose I should say Captain Picard.
I like that they framed it very ominously.
The surface ornamentation.
Yes?
Green polychrome over the eyes and the eyes themselves.
Is this supposed to be from Earth? Maybe I missed that.
It's a hell of a long way outside Federation territory.
Indeed. I thought your study of Kurlan artifacts was done.
Okay, it's not Earth.
To be in the neighborhood last summer, I couldn't resist.
Curl.
You mean it's complete?
What does that mean? Is it like a chess set? Are those pieces?
Professor, this is an incredible find.
It's yours, Jean-Luc.
Oh, a gift.
A journey into an unexplored and historical territory. And I intend to take you with me.
Okay. So that's the premise for the episode. All right. I'm not going to skip the intro because haven't seen it / heard it in a while. Very classic. It's so good. Very nostalgic.
Are you familiar with micropaleontology?
I'm not.
They study of fossil records of the microscopic.
Oh, micro. Okay. I thought he said something like Michael something. And I didn't catch the paleontology.
The work continued. I made a discovery so profound.
I see this episode was directed by Jonathan Frakes. It'd be kind of cool if one of the episodes of Season 5 of Discovery was also directed by Jonathan Frakes, especially with the connections. That'd be cool. But I don't know if that happens.
What if you could have helped Schliemann discover the city of Troy, when with Mattel, when she first stepped on Yasim? How can anything compare?
May I sleep on it?
I mean, I'm sure it's tempting. The whole concept with the archaeology and whatnot vaguely reminds me of when Sisko finds that ancient Bajoran civilization, those ruins, which he found through visions he was having. I mean, so far I still don't remember anything much about this episode.
I was like the son who understood him.
Interesting. See, this is stuff I would not remember about Picard.
You decided to reject a life of profound discovery. You walked out on me.
Well, space exploration has its own discovery, its own elements of that.
I can't.
I'll be going.
But, Professor...
There's nothing for me here. Goodbye.
Oof. It's a little dramatic, but he's frustrated, I get it.
I'm going for a walk in the Arboretum. I wouldn't mind some company.
Captain.
What an interesting interaction with Picard and Troy.
A Iridian destroyer.
Battle stations.
Aye, sir.
Professor Gale.
I mean, just from Discovery, I know that the Romulans get involved at some point.
They are not responding.
Is it just me, or does the makeup look different than what it was on DS9 for Worf?
I don't understand, Commander. The phaser blast was not powerful enough to destroy the ship.
Transporter Room 1, log on to Professor Galen and
Yeah, that is odd.
He took a disruptor hit point blank. There is nothing I can do.
Can you at least wake him up to say goodbye?
Sure.
Okay, he is conscious.
I was too harsh.
Yeah, you might have survived. Well, you probably would have survived. Well, guess he's just gonna have to carry on your legacy.
The conference can wait. Set a course for the REWA system.
Well, nothing like a father figure's death to motivate you.
And we're late for the conference on Italia 7.
I'm aware of the Federation's timetable, number one. There is some connection between these two planets. I'm going to find it.
Aye, sir.
I mean, he is the captain. He gets final say, I guess. Unless an admiral comes in and demands otherwise. Commands otherwise.
I will not let Galen's death be in vain. Now, if that means inconveniencing a few squabbling delegates for a few days, then so be it. I will take the full responsibility.
I mean, it is what it is. Can't stop him.
Some sort of plasma reaction is consuming the lower atmosphere.
Can we stop it?
No, sir. The reaction is global.
All life
Interesting.
on the planet is being destroyed, sir.
Oh, wow. What? Really? Damn. I was about to say, maybe that's just a normal thing that happens on this planet every so often, but...
If we narrow the search parameters to the biological database, it might increase the chances of the computer finding a match.
I'll be in the lab.
Give it a shot.
Pattern match found.
Okay.
DNA fragments.
Each a different life form from 19 different worlds. Connect the DNA fragments according to protein link compatibility.
Huh. Interesting.
4 billion years ago, someone scattered this genetic material into the primordial soup of at least 19 different planets across the galaxy.
The genetic information...
Okay. I think that tracks with what information I got from Star Trek Discovery.
Whatever information this program contains could be the most profound discovery of our time.
That's one way to put it.
I was in the neighborhood.
I guess it's something to do with the gift, this ceramic thing.
There is no Lauren 3 sample from the data downloaded from the Professor's shuttle. If he did have one, it must have been taken by the Iridians when they attacked.
Mr. Data,
Well, you better get there before the same thing happens to that planet.
there is a good chance that our competition may be here before us. Battle stations, Mr. Worf.
Aye.
We are now entering orbit.
On screen.
You were right,
Yep, here they are.
Cardassians.
They are Klingon attack cruiser decloaking up the starboard bow.
Dang, everyone's getting in on this.
What are you doing here?
Okay.
We were merely scouting the planet for possible colonization.
Ah, a ridiculous story.
What were you doing here then?
Scientific research.
Do you have an organic sample from the planet below?
Yes, and I will fire on anyone who attempts to obtain another one.
As if we fear
That is so dumb.
As far as we know, it might just be a recipe for biscuits.
biscuits. Go back to Cardassia. I will send you my mother's recipe.
How dare you?
I wonder what Klingon biscuits would be like.
We will all observe the results simultaneously, giving no one the advantage.
And if we refuse?
Well, then you're not going to get ours. I can only assume, based on the episode of Star Trek Discovery I watched, that they will not be able to complete this by the end of the episode.
That's going to take several hours to set up and to process. Excuse me.
If you wish,
Well,
you can stay on board while we wait.
I intend to.
I'm sure there are other people in pursuit of this. The Romulans.
You are familiar with the Bahat Kul challenge?
I am familiar with many Klingon rituals, including the Bahat Gul.
Well, let's do it.
Wa. Cha. Way.
I love I love how nonchalant Data is. Oh, that's good.
My skull is composed of cortinide and uranium.
Better luck next time.
A being of your abilities would go far in the Empire.
Trying to bribe him?
You were attempting to bribe me.
Yeah.
You then implied a reward. Clearly you were...
Commander.
Computer, run a level 3 diagnostic on the primary defensive systems. The forge to Captain...
Someone's sabotaging the ship?
Star is in sector 21459, the Ramazad system.
Well, she's got her information. Yeah. Gonna try to disable your ships and leave. Not too surprising.
Let's make it look good. Ensign, release the inertial dampers.
Okay. Gotta be convincing.
Well, it won't take them long to realize that Ramizad is the wrong planet. Captain, you're very welcome to join us.
Okay. I mean, I guess there's more reason to trust the Klingons than the Cardassians, since the Klingons are in the Federation.
Captain, we've got company. I'm ready to pull you out of there.
Wait for my order, number one.
Romulans? Yeah. No. Okay, never mind. It's the Cardassians.
Well,
Oh, here they are.
quite a chase, wasn't it, my friends?
And that's the episode, the title of the episode. The Chase.
Meridians in Cardassia.
And there's the guy in the back from Discovery. Velik, I think his name is.
The seabed may be only partially fossilized. It could still contain organic material.
Which would still contain the DNA.
Well,
Now, you can be eliminated by a disruptor.
just back out slowly. Let them keep arguing.
Program has been activated. I think it's reconfiguring the tricorder.
We will die.
It's modifying the diode emitter to project something.
Oh, this is the image of the progenitor. Okay.
The image of a being from so long ago.
Yeah, this is the actress who played the female changeling in DS9.
That you would have to come together in fellowship and companionship to hear this message.
Well, didn't really work that well, but I mean, they did come together, I guess.
Something of you in each other. Remember us.
Okay. It's a nice message.
That's all?
That a Cardassian could have anything in common with a Klingon. It turns my...
Well, clearly, based on Star Trek Discovery Season 5, there's more to the story. There's the secret to creating life itself.
Yes, but it would have been a more fitting legacy if the message had not fallen on such deaf ears.
Yeah.
It would seem that we are not completely dissimilar after all.
Oh, okay. Not completely fallen on deaf ears.
Perhaps one day.
One day.
It's just cool to, like, think about how things turned out with the Romulans. But, like, Picard's relationship with the Romulans in Star Trek Picard. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, that's it. Nice. I mean, I enjoyed it. Definitely, I don't know. I don't mean this in a negative way, but the storytelling of The Next Generation and other classic Star Trek shows is definitely a lot slower than something like Discovery or Strange New Worlds. And don't get me wrong, I've had my issues with Discovery, but that first episode of Season 5 was pretty engaging, if I'm totally honest, and has me excited for the rest of the season. Yeah, there were so many things I didn't remember about this episode. This father figure that Picard had, just the whole premise of the episode generally, besides what I had been, I guess, reminded of, or not really reminded of, because it didn't really bring anything to mind, but the things that I was told about in this episode of Discovery, the bit of exposition that we got from Kovich. But I did enjoy that story, and I wasn't exactly sure what the result of this DNA program was going to be until it was like just about to happen. Then I was like, oh, that's right, it's going to show a projection. And the only reason I came to that conclusion is because I saw images from Discovery, but also when they were promoting this season of Discovery, that they posted a lot of images of the progenitor. So I knew that the image of the progenitor was going to show up. I didn't know if they were going to specifically mention the life-creating ability that they had, which the progenitor talked about, but like it wasn't something that was paramount to this story. I enjoyed the bits of humor in this episode. The Klingon captain approaching Data and bribing him, and Data not having it. That was fun. I enjoyed the whole biscuit recipe thing. that was a fun joke. Yeah, I mean, not sure what else to say. I'm curious as to how this is going to connect to the rest of this season of Star Trek Discovery. But I'm glad I rewatched this episode, and I'm glad it's fresher on my mind. Not that it was on my mind in the first place, having been so long since I'd seen it originally. But I do hope that it was worth rewatching this episode for the rest of Discovery. But anyways, let me know what your favorite part of this episode was in the comments. Please don't share any spoilers for how it connects to Discovery. I'm still early in the season. Also, let me know if you'd be interested in seeing any more Next Generation rewatch reactions. I am interested in doing a full TNG rewatch at some point, whether that's here on the channel or just on my own time. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your support. I'm really looking forward to seeing what happens next on Discovery and how it connects to all of this. And hopefully I will see you guys next time.